Hello Pisces, how you doing? And welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower. Going from the 20th to the 26th of October. I hope you're doing well. Messages from energy this week was all about sort of awakening your true inner passionate pathway. Just start living it, as it were. And we also saw the elements coming out of earth, fire and water. Which seem to be coming through a lot at the moment within the energies which we saw on Cymatic TV. Now, this plays in a particular way to your Astroflower this week, and it's all about going with the flow. It's when you're going down a river on a boat, on a canoe, for example, and the river starts going quite fast. You don't actually have to propel yourself anymore. You know, all you need to do is gently with your oar sort of guide your canoe to exactly the spots of the river that you need to be on. You know, and it feels very much like that with the energies at the moment. Let's just have a look at how it plays out in your Astroflower. So you're this pure water sign and what that goes all the way around you. But what we're looking at here is that we haven't got a great deal of air. There's only a bit in the synchronicities or the networking on your financial side, but you do get this fixed air here. That I think that's what the rudder is. In a way, you know, the oar that you're putting in that's guiding the boat. So that's very much in the here and now. And how you've got to be, I think you've got to be a bit fixed about how you produce your inner vision and apply it to what you wish to manifest within your life. And I think that's going to be a real key to this week. Not a lot of your time devoted to it, because I think there's a great deal that's coming in. Because look at all of this combination of earth, water and fire, all in this sort of section here, and also running through you there. You know, I think you're going to have a lot to do, especially with that earth converting past to future on both sides of your life. Okay, let's just get in and see, get a few messages from the energy. Let's see what's going on with the general energy. Now, this is your inner being, this petal here, connecting to the energy. Now, there we go. Very passionate. I think that's that driving fire, you know, that's driving through you. I think you're going to have a great week, Pisces. I think you've got a great possibility to have a great week, because it's like energy's flowing for you. And you've got to just, you know, this is where you can scoop up sort of like great successes and stuff like that are around you without having to try too hard. But it's being very defined on your inner vision of what you're putting out there. You know, let's just see what other message we can get from that. I get also, like, here I'm getting, okay, so this probably even makes more sense than the canoe, actually. I'm getting someone who's flying. So if you imagine like you're an eagle, why not? And you've got this control over your flight in the air, and it's you who decides how you approach a situation. And seeing things, the thing is with an eagle, once you're up top, you know, you can see a wide part of the landscape in front of you. Emperor, yeah, I think you are, this is it. You're sitting in a real position of power. I think because the energy is flowing with you. On your relationship side, you get the Six of Swords. I think that you notice the change. You're going to notice the change this week within your relationship side, and you're almost going to kind of realize that, okay, it's been tricky over the past maybe 2 months, 3 months. And now it seems to be finding a rhythm that you know is much more enjoyable, much more sort of in vein with what you're trying to do in life. Okay, but certainly owning the energy at the moment, and certainly on your financial side. Let's just say have a look and see what's going on the financial side. You're taking in, either you're taking in a lot of orders, so for your business, it's going to be a really good week here to push things, get really into connecting with the customers, making sure everything's working right. But it's also, you could be getting opportunities for jobs, you know, career moves and so forth. on a sort of project sort of front for you personally, I think here is this week here more than anything else is once things start moving on your financial side, all of a sudden then for your own personal projects in the material world, you're kind of going, no, I maybe have the money to sort of do that. So it's freeing you up enormously, this pathway of you taking control of the situation. You get the Page of Pentacles on your karmic path on your financial side. This is all about learning about planting a seed and recolting the benefits. And this is this is what's giving you the ideas of kind of going, well, if it does work, and if it is working like this, then possibly I've got enough finances in order to do that project in my life. Yeah, look at that great deal amount of pentacles coming in. This is a synchronicities with the outside world. Now, this is where you've also got the air going on there with that mutable air that comes in from Sagittarius. Really vibrant energy, brings in a lot of benefits, a lot of sort of rewards, but rewards through a knowledge-based thing. So it's something that you can work with. It's something solid that you can work with. And this is what's driving from the past the Six of Wands, ultimate success. And I think the thing is the reason you're taking control over this side is because the penny is dropping that actually, do you know what? I have a lot more control over my destiny in regards to my business, my projects, or my career path. And that's what's driving the success. There's a success of a realization from the past. And that's what the knowledge is all about that comes in with the King of Pentacles. Someone's bringing some sort of knowledge into your life that makes you realize all that you've been doing over the past 6 months, a year, whatever, is actually part of your success, is the reason why you're successful. And that is your future. Look at that. The Star card, ultimate dreams, ultimate dream results coming out here. And I think you're realizing that there's ways in doing things that are incredibly beneficial to you. Okay? And what do you get out the top? My word, it just keeps getting more and more powerful. This is how you should engage in life in this week here. You should be engaging in a sense of the Empress, she's a master of the spiritual world through emotions. And I think this is beautiful for you because you're that pure water sign. You're very, very emotional, Pisces, in lots of senses. And it makes the beautiful part of your character, the really colourful part of your character. And, this is where you are realising this power that you have within you, which is that Emperor, which sparks all the memories which trigger your success and the ultimate goal or drive to your desires. My word. Pisces. Liking it. Let's see what's going on your relationship side here. Now, this has got a bit more sort of, it's got a lot of movement, like on your financial side, but in a different way. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side here. It's like you feel comfortable to laugh again. Do you understand? So, you're not just laughing, you're really laughing. You're letting loose and having a laughing fit. You're seeing the world seeing the world in a different way. It's possible here, and I think this is very, very probable, that your financial side is giving you the confidence in the relationship side to actually sort of like see things differently, see how you engage differently. So, obviously what we put out is what we get back. And I'm not saying it's your fault, Pisces, but obviously I am. No, I'm sort of saying there that you can obviously change that. And I think that's what that's very subtle air energy that comes in here that gets converted into fire energy on this pathway here allows you to see your engagement with relationships around you in a different light. And because you see it in a different light, I think actually, it breeds for much happier and contentment. Yeah, look at that. This is the synchronicities and the meeting of the worlds around you, going into with family, friends, and all of that sort of thing. And you get the Knight of Cups. I do think you are offering, because you're seeing something different, and so you've got an opportunity to change the way in which you engage in these relationships. All of a sudden, it's like you're offering the possibility of love out there. That's what it's doing. With the past, you get the Queen of Wands concentrating on the here and now. Yeah, I think you did a lot. I think over the past sort of like few weeks, I think you've been very attentive of what you say, how you do, what you know, how you position yourself, how people see you, and everything like that. And I think you've been very much caught up in that. And but it does create a lot of magic, because from that you can see the reactions of others. And I think that's what you're realizing it and seeing things differently, because now you're sort of saying, I can actually have a different type of relationship with someone that I may not have had a great relationship with before, and it's going to make my life easier and stuff like that. And that's where the magic of the past all of a sudden comes to life. In your future, boom. Yeah, the Three of Swords. I honestly didn't see, like, I can't see like heartache break. I can't see a separation. Let's have a look here. Because this whole sort of connection of what I was seeing is of someone sort of like connecting to people on the outside, which was going towards that. Let's see if that person looks behind them. Don't look back in anger, I hear you say. And I think in the future, and I think that this realization that you're going from something that may have, life may have been just a little bit difficult. And I think that card there is more of a warning than anything else. It's sort of saying, don't look back, look to the future. If you look at the other cards, it's seeing things differently. So you don't have to go through that. And it's possible that that's the spiritual awareness that you're getting this week. Oh, my word. With the Knight of Wands right at the top, how you should engage in it. I think you go into your future. This is what I'm saying here. I think you're leaving that behind in your future. That's what that is. I can't see separation. There may well be some of you that a beautiful realization comes into play and separation has to happen. But I don't think it's going to be that emotionally bad for you, actually. Let's just pull a card on that. Let's just see. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, don't try and solve everything. That is the warning in that week here. You'll be pulled back to where you were. Yeah, you'll be pulled into conflict. You don't need it. I think you need to. That's what you're letting go of at the moment. And if you do let go of it, let's see if you do let go of it. You're going up to the Knight of Wands. You get the Temperance, which is the same as the Star card. I think you're being driven by your financial side at the moment, and that's making a lot of things just crystal clear for you on your relationship side. Let's see what the success is where you're driving to on your financial side. Look at that, Ace of Wands. It's a real stark difference between what's going on in your personal life and what's going on in the financial world. Out with the old and in with the new. And I think this is a new way of thinking for you. Yeah, exactly. You're letting go of all of that. You're letting go of all the fear and all the doubt and the repetitive nightmare in the situation. Just by following this passionate direction. Once you do, all that past, as I was saying, that you've had to do a lot of things, has actually created that hermit factor. And the hermit, the best thing about it, the hermit there, as you can see, he's got the star card in that lantern. That's what he's following. That's his guiding star. And that should be your guiding star on your financial side. Pisces. Absolutely brilliant reading. Thanking you very much for being part of it. I hope you get the best out of it. Thanking you very much for subscribing, liking and sharing. Don't forget about the messages from energy as well on our channel, and also the other stuff we do on Somatic TV, and the live that we have for Q&A on anything you want to talk about in regards to energy and so forth on the Sunday. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.